Welcome to 5 Minutes of Momentum. These episodes are a short 5-minute burst of inspiration, motivation, and massive action. If you need that little kick up the butt to get things moving and to inspire you to take massive action, then every single Thursday I'll be sending you through a 5-minute episode to download, digest, and implement to finish your week off strong. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Stop protecting other people's feelings. Okay, stay with me here. It's so interesting when I ask people to celebrate their wins, or I ask them, especially in a group, to celebrate their accomplishments. As women, we are very conditioned to be concerned about how other people feel. And so yes, we want to be compassionate, and yes, we want to care about others for sure. But if you are using that as a reason to downplay your own success, or to not even share your success because you're worried that it may make someone else feel bad, you are worrying too much about what other people feel. And this actually came about from a conversation with a friend of mine, which is really interesting, right? Because it's something that I've worked on in the past, and it's something that I'm still really working through. So when I'm coming to the end of this year, and it's so easy to think like I'm going to celebrate such an incredible year, one of the first thoughts that I had was I'm worried that it might trigger other people of if they haven't had a great year and they look at me celebrating my amazing year and how it will make them feel less than, or it'll make them feel not enough, or whatever it might be. Like, it makes them feel negative emotion based on me celebrating my wins. And my friend said to me, don't let that be the reason why you don't celebrate and publicly celebrate it, because people need to see the good. People need to see that there is another way and that it's possible for you to have an incredible year. Like, people need to see the good stuff. It's like, when we were going through COVID, like one of the things that I loved seeing was like I can't remember what it's called, like Humans of New York, I think it was. And it showed like all this goodness. And then there was this one other one that it was like, in the challenges or in the disaster, like always look for the helpers. And it makes you feel so good to see the positives. And I feel like it's the same thing. Like if people are always talking so negatively about business, then people won't see the good stuff. And yes, like we often see like the highlight reel, and people then use that as a reason why they are not doing well. And we can often compare ourselves, which I get. Like I completely get that we can get stuck in comparison, but it's still not enough of a reason to not celebrate your successes. So I'm going to actively show up on socials and share my amazing wins this year, because it has been an incredible year. And I look back on it, that does not mean that I haven't had challenging times. That does not mean that there were times where I was like, shit, how am I going to make this work? Or what do I need to change and pivot, and like all the things. Like there was so many challenges, and I still need to sit down and debrief on those so I can also share with you the lessons. But when I look at this year, like the fact that I've published my first book, did my launch parties, launched the Unstoppable Women event to an amazing crowd, which was just so successful. I absolutely loved every single moment of that. I also traveled and got to speak on an international stage for the first time. I got to speak at the Her Empire Builder conference. I had so many awesome speaking gigs. Like, it has been an incredible year business-wise. Yet it can be quite easy to focus on the shit that didn't go well. But I also feel like I really want to celebrate such an incredible year. Absolutely. And I think that's also a little bit of the tall poppy, and a little bit of like people really support and celebrate the battlers when it comes to Australian culture. And so sometimes it feels like my subconscious mind goes to, yes, you can share the wins, but make sure you share the battle. Make sure you share how hard it was to get there, because otherwise people won't support you. And it's so fascinating that our brains go there. And so if that's you as well, like please make sure that you look for the good and still celebrate the great things that have happened this year, because I'm sure there have been some. And yet sometimes if we're not training our mind to look at those things, because I've done a lot of that to train my mind to look for the good, is we downgrade our successes. And so please don't discount. If you've had an amazing year, please make sure that you share it, because I know we're going to get to the end of the year and people are going to start jumping on socials and sharing about how shit of a year it's been and how can't wait for this year to be over, and like, God help us. I hope 2026 is better. Like, I'm sure that that's going to happen. And if you're feeling that way, I get it. Like, I've had years like that and I completely get it. And I do feel like we want to get to the end of the year and just finish it off and just start a whole new year and hopefully have that fresh energy. But please don't skip the reflection for looking for the good, because I guarantee you, even if you've had a very bloody hard year, there have definitely been some good things that have happened, and we've got to train ourselves to look for the good. And I will just say as well, like in order for me to get back up and try again and get through the challenges this year, it has been that mindset to actually look for the good on a consistent basis, and to learn to go, how do I have that mindset every single month, rather than it be something that I wait to the end of the year to then go, I'm going to have a fresh start. I do that at the end of every month. I'm like, cool, let's reflect on what worked, what didn't work. What can I take from this in order to step into the new? How can I shed the old? And how can I let go of the old stuck emotion and the stuckness, or the things that actually aren't working. Like, how can I just refocus my mind to focus on what I can control and what is, because what I'm focusing on grows, right? So I really want to focus on the things that I can do. And that's where you can pivot, you can change, you can have a fresh year every single month, right? And so I was saying this in my mastermind group this week, where it's like, it feels like this year has been like so many years all wrapped into one. But I just wanted to share with you today, like, if you are worried about sharing your, celebrating your wins because you're worried about how it makes other people feel, please don't focus on that and focus on how the good stuff and actually the celebrations will make people feel positively. It will actually make people feel positive. It'll give them hope for what's possible for them next year. So make sure you celebrate.